16 turnovers a game. They have to protect the ball. They don't want to turn it over and let Marquette get easy baskets.
Yeah, it's interesting talking about the way the Providence Friars have scored this year. You know, fast break points is a big deal for them. That's why they're able to command the glass. And take a look at the starting lineups for both teams. Keep an eye on Jared Bynum. He has struggled offensively, but he had a wonderful season last year for the Friars.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, this kid he was preseason first team All Big East. He comes into this game shooting 17% from the three-point line. It's almost like a mortgage rate you can get rather than the shooting percentage. So he's got to really get himself together for sure.
All right, Evan Burrows is wandering out towards center court. We're ready to go. It's Providence on Marquette. Two of the surprises in the Big East this year. One was picked 5th, the other 9th, and we are underway from Providence.
And both teams primarily man-to-man. They'll throw in a little bit of zone here and there. Cooley, over the years, a little bit more than Shaka Smart.
Hopkins had the ball for a moment, finds Locke, and they're trying to get deep toward the rim. And Cooley said, we want to play toward the rim the entire night. Locke for 3. It's no good, in and out, because he feels like if he gets to the rim, he can then get that kind of shot outside.
Yes, no doubt. Locke is their best percentage three-point shooter. He's a guy who went to Louisville, Florida, and was been a 10-point scorer his whole career.
Cam Jones misses the first shot for Marquette. Bynum snaking up the floor, a little step back. So that may be part of his issue, too, is that he's open for a second, but he's not shooting as often either.
You know, when you shoot that bad, Tom, you lose your confidence in those shots that he made all kinds of tough shots last year.
Here's Hopkins, his runner in the lane. It pinballs in and out. He gets his own rebound, and he's fouled going up.
This guy, Hopkins, is one of the best players in the league. He averages 16. He's the 3rd leading rebounder in the league. He averages over 8 rebounds. Boy, what an addition for Ed Cooley. And I said to Ed before, I said, did you know he was this good? He says, yeah, I recruited him out of high school. And that's what happens a lot of times. Guys will come back. You do a good job recruiting him. He goes to Kentucky, doesn't work out. Boom, he comes back to Ed Cooley.
Yeah, the reigning National Coach of the Year, Ed Cooley. Hopkins to the free throw line, 75% on the year, and he missed the first one.
I got 2 stats I couldn't believe in the notes. One is that Ed Cooley last year was the Big East Coach of the Year. It's the first time in Providence's history that they had a Big East Coach of the Year. I found that hard to believe. And last year was the first year they've ever won the regular season championship in the Big East. I found that hard to believe, too.
Second free throw is no good.
I mean, there was some pretty good coaches in this program.
Big time.
Yeah.
And how about this? The running jam by Prosper, and it's 2-0 Marquette. The transfer from Clemson, very athletic.
Yeah, and they go into this 1-2-2 press, and you have a guy like Prosper on the top of it. Look how long arms, very tough, but you have to be aggressive against that pressure.
Yeah, they just barely got across the timeline. Here's Bynum cutting to the hoop, lays it in. Maybe that gets him going.
You know, one thing about Shaka's teams, they do a great job of pressuring you, but if you cannot turn the ball over against them, you can get some easy baskets.
Yeah, you mentioned they averaged 16 turnovers for Cam Jones along the baseline. Iguodaro with an excellent pass.
How many times? Iguodaro is a 6'9" power forward center. He leads the league in assist-to-turnover ratio, 4-1. That's unheard of.
Yeah,
never see that.
Averaging 3.5 assists per game as Carter nails the 3. He's been battling a little illness. Wasn't sure how much he would play today. Prosper along the baseline, tough shot. Hopkins with the rebound.
And Hopkins did a good job there of holding his space and making him shoot over him. But you see the pace. Ed Cooley doesn't usually play in the past, but this team averages 15 points a game, fast break points. It's number 41 in the country. They will push it up.
Yeah, he told us today, he said, I want 30 points in the paint tonight. That's what I'm looking for.
Well, they hurt Seton Hall the other day in the paint.
Well, Locke just tosses it up. It's no good. Shot clock doesn't reset. Doesn't matter. It'll go to Marquette. Oh, there is Olivier Maxence Prosper. Watch this. Watch this athleticism.
I mean, this guy can go. I mean, he beats them down the floor. I mean, one thing you have to be ready. Ed Cooley told us transition defense is going to be critical in this game because of how fast Marquette pushes.
Omax is what they call him at Marquette. Here's Kolek. He's a native about 20 minutes away from here. He's fouled on the floor.
Yeah, this transfer from George Mason has been terrific, too. He's number 3 in the nation in assists, over 7 a game.
Yeah, there was some thought he could go to Providence after transferring from George Mason, but Providence just had too many guards last year, and he's able to slide his way to the basket and kiss it off the glass. 1-point lead for the Golden Eagles.
You know, this Providence team, is ahead of themselves offensively and behind defensively from what Ed Cooley wants. And it's usually the other way around with his team.
I was going to say, does it take longer to get back defensively?
You know, I think no, but they've been able to score the ball, no problem. But defensively, they've struggled.
And there's Locke with a beautiful touch inside the three-point line. 1-point lead for the Friars. Marquette opened its Big East season with a victory over Creighton. Providence opened up its season with a victory over Seton Hall. Here's Kolek. Thought about a three. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Cam Jones likes to do a step back beyond the arc. He goes along the baseline, reverse layup. Tough shot, no good. Hopkins with the rebound.
And this is what make Hopkins so dangerous. He can lead the fast break like that. Get a rebound and lead the break.
And now he's got a size advantage down low. Trying to take advantage of it. Little help with a double team. Doesn't matter.
He's good, boy, I'll tell you. He has been so impressive to watch on tape, and then seeing him live, even more impressive.
He said about Ed Cooley in Providence, he said he lets me be who I am, as Kolek is able to lay it in.
You know, Ed Cooley not happy with that. I mean, that's a couple of complete layups against a set defense. Usually his teams give much better help than that. That's why he's got Allen Breed ready to come in the game.
Yeah, he's high on the way Breed has played so far this year. Bynum up top. Slicing through the defense. Tough shot, no good. Loose ball. Carter has the rebound. He missed the easy putback, but then gets the touch off the glass.
Number 6 in offensive rebound percentage. This team is always all over the glass. That is also a hallmark of an Ed Cooley team. They're always a great rebounding team.
Here's Kolek again. He has 3 buckets in his homecoming.
I mean, Tyler Kolek is a really good player, but that's not what he does. He's not a scorer. He averages 8 a game, but now too many easy baskets.
Yeah, they talked today at practice about getting him to go right because he is predominantly left, but he's getting everything lefts.
Well, Bryce Hopkins has shown himself to be a special guy. That's saying something because Sean Williams played for a long time. But this kid here, you know, transferring can go a lot of different ways. Here was a kid where transferring obviously has helped him big time. Not that he wouldn't have been a good player in Kentucky, but now he's been a breakout star in the Big East.
Yeah, he also told us, Ed did, that he's as unselfish as you will find, and said he would like him to be a little more selfish.
You know, I'm just amazed at how great Ed Cooley, what a job he does with all these transfers. Everybody on the team is a transfer.
Iguodaro with the block. That allows Prosper to get into the offensive ends.
And you know, Tom, one thing that Ed Cooley's not going to be happy with, he told us before the game that he wanted to win the war in the paint. Every basket Marquette has so far in this game is in the paint.
Mm-hmm. Here's Kolek leading the break. He has 9 points so far. First touch for Joplin off the bench. He's the number 6 man on this roster. He's had some good double-digit games, a little quiet offensively recently, trying to get on the board, and he does as he hammers it off the glass.
You know, Marquette must have seen something tape-wise because they are driving every single play to the basket. 12 points they have, 12 of them in the paint. That's something Ed Cooley's got to take care of.
Yeah, in fact, Shaka Smart said today at practice, he said, I want you to think the game when you're out on the floor. So you're right, they do see something.
And, you know, Iguodaro, he's a tough guy because he's so long. He could be tough on Hopkins.
Mm-hmm. Here's Hopkins. He slices through the defense, and he powers his way to the glass.
This guy's for real, believe me.
That's a quick first step.
Yeah.
He has 4.
And a powerful finish.
Here's Kolek again, trying to go left. They go up top to Cam Jones. Joplin, little touch pass to Iguodaro. His shake and bake did not get him open. Prosper up top. Prosper a little caught with his palms. Shot clock at 9. Doesn't get the layup to go. And now it's 5-on-4 for the Friars. Breed to the corner. Bynum for 3. Yes!
Boy, that shot will make Ed Cooley very happy. As we talked about, 17% from the three-point line coming in this year to this game. Shot over 40 last year from the three-point line.
Yeah, but 3 for his last 17 overall. Kolek again. Kolek trying to get his 4th bucket, no good. Hopkins has been a mess on the boards for Providence. Here's Bynum, feeds it to Carter, feeds it in for Croswell. 18-12. Providence has come to life after a
South on you. Now you're not helping the team either. At least if you stay in the flow, you can help the team at the same time, even if you're not scoring.
Well, he's played all 7 minutes plus in this first half.
Well, this is about as good as he played for a first segment of a game this year.
Here's Kolek, goes to the corner. Ross gives it up, trying to find Sean Jones. And now Iguodaro into the paint, had a size advantage, has it stripped away by Moore. It's going to remain Marquette basketball with the shot clock at 9. All right, so Shaka's smart, and he does sub guys out. He has 3 new players out on the floor after that last time out. Kolek will trigger the inbound. They said at practice today, said, guys, we can get some easy buckets on these inbounds. Kolek, shot clock at 5. I don't think he realizes it. Now he might. Shot clock is at 2. Kolek leaves it for Iguodaro. Nope, they didn't know it.
No, they didn't know it. And Shaka Smart not happy. Really, Tyler Kolek at that time, he's got to take that thing to the basket.
Each team now with 1 turnover. That's not too shabby. As we head toward the 12-minute mark here in the first half, Providence on top by 6. Bynum trying to get a little separation. Carter feeds it inside. And Hopkins hops his way to the basket. He missed it, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2. 11:56 to play here in the first half. 6-point lead for the Friars. Some free throws coming back. He double-doubles in his last 4 games. In fact, his 24 points against Seton Hall, the most ever by a Friar in a Big East debut.
And you know what? I think his teammates are also starting, even they don't really know him that well. I think they're starting to figure out how good he is, too. And I think the more they see what he's capable of doing, I think the more they're going to find him. And the great thing about him is he can shoot threes. He can put it on the floor. He's strong. He can post up. Got great elevation. I'm very impressed with this kid.
Well, he makes his first free throw. Jaden Pierre is in for the first time tonight. Ed Cooley said he likes this freshman out of Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Yeah, this kid had 11 assists. Look at how quick that was.
Yep, and he gets his own rebound again and gets it off the glass.
I'm telling you. He reminds me of somebody I've seen a few times lately, Cam Whitmore.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of that in him.
So it's a 9-point lead for Providence.
He's so quick on his feet for a strong kid.
Here's Joplin, left side of the lane. Joplin got some space, and Joplin's able to finish.
They have really attacked Providence off the dribble with a vengeance in the half court, getting layups.
Yeah, they're basically going to that same side of the floor.
Look, Providence is playing well. They got a 7-point lead, but they've really given up a lot of points in the paint. Too easy.
Entry pass down low, out of bounds. Iguodaro called for the foul. Hopkins is getting his own misses even tonight.
Well, he's so quick to the ball. And then he just gets it back and finishes. Tough guy. I can see this Providence team getting better and better as the year goes on. Now, they've lost to some tough people. They lost a tough game at St. Louis, which really Ed Cooley talked about. They lost to Miami. They lost at TCU. I saw TCU twice this year. They're tremendous. At TCU, very tough game. So there's really, this guy finishes with the left hand, a nice cut and a nice pass there too.
Yeah, Clifton Moore with the pass to give Hopkins his 9th point of the night. 9.7 rebounds.
And think about how, Tom, look who Marquette has lost to. I mean, Marquette was picked 9th in the league. They beat Baylor by 27 points. Another move to the basket for Marquette that time.
Yeah, that one, Chase Ross. Ross, the freshman out of Dallas, Texas, went to Cushing Academy. He'll get the rebound. In fact, Shaka Smart started recruiting him when he was the head coach at the University of Texas. And Ross with the runner. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Ed Cooley cannot be happy with the type of shots. They're up 5, but the type of shots that Marquette is getting in this game are way too easy.
Yeah, really athletic, too, on the drives. Breed into the paint, caught at the Big East logo. Fadeaway jumper, no good. And Cam Jones tips the rebound around. Jones will get it back. Jones, they say, a very creative scorer. I think we've seen that these last couple of years. Ross pulls it back out. Jones up top. That's Sean Jones.
Joplin is a shooter.
Joplin's got a size advantage right now. Joplin's in the paint. Fadeaway jumper is good. He got the friendly roll off the front of the rim. That's a good sign for him.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Ed Cooley tried some zone, because they haven't really done a good job defensively. It's not, even though, like I said, they have the lead, but they have not done a great job defensively so far.
Yeah, the lead has been whittled down to 3. Bynum's going to check back in a moment for Providence. Shot clock is under 10. Hopkins for 3, too strong. It's an air ball, goes out of bounds. It'll be Marquette basketball. Well, he can hit the 3, but certainly getting inside is where he's most effective.
No, I mean, you can see that's a great cut. He backdoors right there. He gets a nice pass. Clifton Moore with that pass there. Really nice job.
All right, but as we mentioned, Marquette, it's only a 1-possession game now as we head toward the 9-minute mark here in the first half.
You know, I mean, Marquette is 10 for 16 from the field. So,
pretty good.
I mean, and they've been all in the lane.
Sean Jones
Another
in the
one.
lane again. Tough off the glass, no good. The rebound out of bounds and a foul called on Chase Ross. You're right. They had to see something, and it had to be glaring to be able to do this.
I mean, Tom, they're attacking off the dribble and getting into the lane every play. I mean, they have 20 points. Every one is in the paint.
Yeah, well designed. Prosper checks back into the ball game for Marquette. Joplin checks out. Hopkins will trigger the inbound, a little full court pressure.
I mean, the one way you can negate people driving against you, play some zone. See what happens. That's what stops people from driving the ball to the basket.
Hopkins covered up top by Prosper. Prosper's an excellent defensive player for Marquette. And the 3 is good. Locke is up in the air and high.
You know, he comes with that reputation. He didn't shoot the ball great in Louisville last year. He did at Florida.
Croswell with the block. Look at Croswell, number 5, coming in here.
Yeah, he does a great job of helping.
Chase Ross will check out. Productive minutes for the freshman.
That's the other thing about Providence. They're also one of the best shot blocking teams in the country.
And the inbound and the finish is not there for Gold. It did everything but go into the cylinder. That pass is cut off by Kolek. Sean Jones leading the break. Kolek going right to the basket, high off the glass, no good. And Hopkins with his 8th rebound, and he nearly lost it. Here's Bynum. Bynum, little hesitation. 8 minutes to play here in the first half. And Locke, I think they're going to get an offensive foul on Locke. Yeah. That was Tony Chiazza who made that call. You can see the shoulder lower and bump. 9-9. And how about this on the other end? We keep talking about this. Marquette has 20 points. All 20 are in the paint.
And you're talking about a team that makes 9 threes a game. So for them to just keep going off the dribble, here's another one. They're clearing sides out for guys to go.
Yeah, it's a really good game plan so far. Kolek up top to Mitchell. Stevie Mitchell out of Reading, Pennsylvania. Kolek has it deflected, gets it back. Here's Jones for 3. Got it! Just like that.
First good look that he got. That time the penetration wasn't able to go to the basket. Kolek wasn't able to try and shoot it. Kicks it out and finds Cam Jones.
Cam Jones averages about 16 a game. He has 5 in this first half. As Providence goes with a little weave up top. Castro looks in, goes to Croswell. Two-handed jam. He just got some space and finished it off.
Great screen. That was a great small to big cross screen for Croswell, and that's how he got that.
And here's Carter into the open floor, reverses his field and lays it in. He has 7.
I don't know if I've ever seen, I've been watching Ed Cooley's team since he's been here, and I've never seen his teams go in transition like this.
Said it's out of necessity more than anything else because he's not happy with the way they're shooting. Mitchell along the baseline. Rebound by Castro. And here they go again. Carter bouncing his right to the basket. And he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Take a look at this cross screen for Ed Croswell. It's a small to big screen you're going to see here. Bynum set that screen so they couldn't switch it. And boy, Gold got caught behind there. And then a great pass. Oh, no, here was the transition by Devin Carter. Tough kid, too. Transfer from South Carolina. Averaged 10 points a game there.
To the free throw line. He makes the first one. 75% for the year. Iguodaro checks back in. Gold checks out.
And you know, Tom, it's funny. What did Shaka tell us before the game? One thing we want to do is we don't want to let them get out in transition because that's when this building goes crazy.
Right.
And they've been able to get out in transition.
Yeah, good crowd here tonight. This building holds a little more than 12,000. It's nearly to capacity. And it's a 9-point game, 32-23. It ties the largest lead of the night. Iguodaro, size advantage. Croswell hedging. Iguodaro just going right in. That jump hook, which he's really worked on this offseason, just came up short.
Yeah.
And Carter with a little hesitation. Croswell, tough handoff.
I mean, right so far, Marquette's not really getting anything out of their big guys.
No. Jones with the rebound off the miss by Devin Carter. Cam Jones to the free throw line up top for Mitchell for 3. Too much. The rebound is tipped out to Bynum. Here he goes in transition, looking for Locke. Bynum. Oh, how about that move?
Good
Moves
move.
from right to left, lays it in. He has 7. Now the largest lead for Providence. And Jones underneath. Count the bucket. Boy, that's an assessor right there.
Well, you see Jared Bynum here, and this is the best that he really has looked all year. I mean, on a missed free throw, he goes through the entire team. Little shake there, and a nice finish with the left hand.
So he has 7 points early. Cam Jones will go to the free throw line. The foul was on Locke. That was number 2 on him.
I mean, you usually don't see guys that were picked first team, all Big East preseason, have the kind of year that Jared Bynum's having so far.
Yeah, and listen, every sport you go through slumps. It doesn't matter what sport you're in.
No question.
And some of it is probably in his head that he's trying to break through. Castro gets it up top to Breed, and Breed is fouled on the floor. That'll be the 17th foul. And Joplin called for that, so that'll send Providence to the free throw line for the rest of this half.
And, you know, that's something that Providence has done extremely well. They're number 25 in the nation and made free throws a game. They make almost 17 free throws a game. That's a big part of their offense.
And what did Ed say today? He said, I want 20 free throws tonight against Marquette.
You know, when you don't, they only make 6 threes. They don't shoot a lot of threes, so you gotta get a lot of 2s, and you got to get to that free throw line. They had made 40 more free throws than their opponents have attempted coming into this game.
How hard is it as a coach to change your style when you have to do it for the team you have?
You know, it's a brand new team. Like we talked about it. Jared Bynum's the only guy who played a lot. All right, Breed played some last year. I mean, Croswell played off the bench. So he's got one starter back. So maybe in that case, it's easy because you don't have to break any habits of things you had taught them before. Not that they're not trying to play his way, but they're definitely pushing it more than they have in the past.
Iguodaro with the drive, and he can't finish, but he's going to go to the free throw line for 2. And by the way, Corey Floyd just checked in for Providence. Ross is back in for Marquette.
Take a look at Marquette's losses this year. They lost to Purdue in a close game by 5. Mississippi State beat them by 3, who, by the way, is one of the 4 or 5 undefeated teams left in the country. They're ranked. And then they lost in overtime to Wisconsin. We know how good they are. I mean, Shaka Smart has done, you pick 9th. You got guys back that averaged 5 a game last year, and now they're becoming stars. That's what happens in good programs. You get guys, you make them better, and that's what they've done.
All right, well, here you go, Lap. This is what you're talking about. The combined record for the teams that have beaten Marquette, 31-3. I mean, that's pretty good.
picked 9th in the preseason.
Well, you and I have known Shaka for a long time, since he was back at VCU.
Long time.
You mentioned Mississippi State was one of the unbeaten teams. They lost today.
They lost
First
today.
Loss, yeah.
You know, and one thing about Shaka, he's changed his style too. At VCU, what made him Shaka Smart was havoc, chaos. He really stopped doing that. He didn't do it in Texas, and he's doing a little here, not much. But like at VCU in those days, it was complete havoc.
Yeah.
They were forcing 22, 23 turnovers a game.
36-28, Providence on top. Pretty much have led this entire half.
Now they only force 16.
I was thinking 16 is pretty good.
Yeah, it's not like 23 like he did.
Shot clock is at 5. Bynum, little hesitation to the corner. Breed for 3, and it's in and out. And here's Kolek with the board. Iguodaro running the floor in a two-handed jam, and that was a good look by Kolek, who averages nearly 8 assists per game.
That kid can run, and you better get back with him.
That's going to be an offensive foul called against Providence. All right, let's take a look at Marquette moving the ball up and down off this miss.
Well, I mean, they're gone, and you can see Iguodaro on that right lane there. Nobody getting back for Providence. Breed was a little late getting to him there.
This past offseason, he worked on his ball handling. He worked on his strength. All things that the coaches assessed that he needed to do better. He's in the gym every day at 7:30. How about that play by Kolek?
And, the kid is all left.
He's all left.
Everything's been left. You got to take that away.
So a 4-point game. Under 4 to play. Hopkins sat for a little while after playing the first 12 minutes. Prosper nearly with the steal. Shot clock is under 10. Here's
Kolek on him.
There's Hopkins. Can't finish. Ball tipped around. It's loose. Ross with the board. Iguodaro. He can be a point as a big man.
The way he passes?
Yeah. Kolek against Bynum. Kolek got Bynum off his feet, so he's going to get 2 free throws.
He's hurt Bynum.
Well, free throws coming back. We have a 4-point lead for Providence. 3:18 to play here in the first half. We take a look at the stats that are running above the score. Anything that stands out for you so far? Is it the lack of three-point shooting for the two teams?
No, the thing that stands out the most is just the way that Marquette has been able to attack the paint, and then on the other hand, the way Providence has been able to push the ball up the floor. So people sticking to what it is they wanted to do. Eddie Cooley not happy about what's going on in the paint, though, because he told us before the game that was the war he wanted to win.
Well, Carter checks back in for Providence. Kolek back to the free throw line. Just made the first one. He just made the second one. So it's an 8-0 run for Marquette that's cut this game to 2. And now they force the turnover. Cam Jones gets it to Kolek, who resets the offense. Back to Jones.
They come out with the pressure, and Providence falls asleep.
How about that?
And all of a sudden, we got a tie game.
Yep, 36-36. Cam Jones so creative offensively and was able to keep his body torqued the right way, and he has 10. Here's Hopkins, high-low to Croswell. Croswell off the glass, good.
He's really improved himself.
That's a 10-0 run. Iguodaro running into the paint, no good. Put back is good. I think you just saw his speed and athleticism against a thicker opponent. Little zone now?
Yep, little zone by Marquette here. Change things up a little bit. 1-2-2. I think the Providence got to get some movement going. I like getting that fourth guy out on the perimeter. You got to look at Hopkins in the foul line area.
Well, they go to Bynum. Shot clock is at 4. Bynum's double teamed in the corner. Shot clock at 2. He just throws it up, and it's a violation. So they force a turnover. And Marquette and Providence even at 38, but now Marquette can take the lead.
Nothing fires up a team more than when a coach makes a change defensively, and then something like that happens. A terrible offensive possession for Providence against that zone for the first time. So that makes everybody a little more confident in making that switch.
Iguodaro has the cut, but it's cut off by Breed. And up Breed leads the Providence offense back up. Carter looked in for Pierre. Not much is there. And now a hand-checking foul called on Ross. Well, coming up, it's AT&T at the half. In case you missed its premiere leading into tonight's game, Brent Stover will give you a great look at the CBS Sports original Home Court. Ed Cooley, a look at the life of the Friars head coach. And it was fantastic. Clark Kellogg did a great job with it. One of the great scenes toward the end of that is Ed Cooley saying, "I am Providence," because he is Providence through and through.
Oh, favorite son, no doubt about it.
Devin Carter made the first one. There was also a moment in that feature, which everybody will see, when he was awarded the Naismith Trophy last year at the World War II Museum in New Orleans. And there was a corridor that he and his wife were walking down. And you just saw his face, Providence, just all the way down. And I asked him about that, and he said, overwhelming. Just overwhelming the whole process.
He's a very humble guy.
Yeah.
Played Division II.
Kolek with the save. Carter tries to cut it off.
The fact that Carter saw that and almost made that steal, he knew exactly where to go when Kolek tried to save that ball. 1
point lead for Providence. Step back for Jones. High arcing shot, no good. And Ross with the offensive rebound. Jones again for three. And too strong again. Hopkins has it knocked away. Prosper touched it last. All right, 1:14 to play here in the first half. There's Pierre. Takes a look at Ed Cooley before he starts the play.
One thing, you got to try and get the ball to the baseline a little bit, flatten this defense out. That's where you got to get it.
There's Carter for three, no good. And Prosper comes down with the board.
I mean, it's not a bad thing to try and zone Providence. Their strength is not shooting the ball.
Kolek along the baseline. Gets control. Prosper from the corner. No good. And that's Croswell with the rebound. Still have a difference of about 10 seconds between shot clock, game clock. And a timeout called by Ed Cooley. All right, so that timeout, the first called by Providence in this first half. There's 30. Now, would you have him trigger it, or would you have him go to Croswell?
You start him out on the perimeter, get him flashing into the lane. I always used to tell our guys, you want to make yourself hard to find. He's got to make himself hard to find.
Yeah, they got Croswell at the free throw line, so they do start him outside Hopkins.
Now they went man-to-man, Marquette.
Yep. Does that surprise you?
I'm surprised. But it's much easier to rebound out of a man-to-man, so maybe that's probably what Shaka Smart was worried about.
Little double team up top. Here comes Locke. Shot clock at 1. He gets it off the side of the rim.
Bad possession.
Yeah, Prosper is able to get the rebound.
I think that was a good move by Shaka Smart.
Prosper for the middle of the floor. No good off the front of the rim. He might have had a little more time to do something, but he decided to take the three. And we end the first half. And a very entertaining first half it was after the light show that went on here at halftime in honor of the Christmas season. They asked the fans to stand until Providence scores its first bucket of the second half. And here we go. Prosper bringing the ball off the inbounds, hands it to Kolek. Kolek looks in. Kolek tries to knife through the defense. Prosper forces his way baseline, gets Croswell off his feet, and is able to kiss it off the glass.
He is real. I tell you what about Prosper, too. He's a tough cover because he's so good with the ball. Another guy that's quick, can really handle, and he's big. Croswell had no chance here. That crossover, he almost fell down on that crossover. I mean.
Well, this is the first lead for Marquette since it was 12-11.
And, Providence, they switched every screen there. If they can get Croswell on Prosper, that could be tough. And now here's that pressure. Didn't really hurt Providence, except they made that one mistake when they fell asleep towards the end of the half. They basically handled it pretty good.
Yeah, Stevie Mitchell is on Bynum. And now Locke with the basketball. Croswell along the perimeter. Devin Carter gave up his dribble, goes backdoor to Hopkins, has it stripped away by Stevie Mitchell, came flying in.
I'll tell you what we've seen from Hopkins, a great knife through the defense there.
Here's Hopkins again, and Hopkins two-handed flush.
Explodes.
Yep. And we're tied up at 41. It's probably not going to be our last tie tonight. Jones way downtown. I mean, way downtown.
Number 2 in the league in three-point makes. He averages almost 3 threes made a game. You got to get out on him. He's a deep shooter.
Yeah, he's a deep shooter. They say that his aggressiveness has gotten him to a new level this year. Croswell, covered by Iguodaro. Locke, he can shoot the 3 and doesn't answer. And Kolek with an easy rebound.
Not the best look that time.
No. 3-point lead. Kolek along the baseline, tried to pass it to somebody cutting. Instead, it was cut off by Hopkins. Bynum to the corner.
Great closeout by Mitchell that time.
And Bynum is able to finish that one in the paint.
Good move. This is the Bynum we saw last year.
I would agree with that. He has 9 points in this game. Again, he came in 2 for his last 17 shooting the basketball.
Oh.
Jones, an alley-oop. How about that? Iguodaro came flying along the baseline to slam it home.
And I'll tell you what, Jones didn't even look. He just threw that thing. He said, I know this guy's going to get it above everybody, and he did. A lot of people jumped on that, and only Iguodaro could get it.
Here's Croswell trying to clear his way through, and he does. Doing a little flexing after it's over. 46-45. Jones, a little hesitation, tries to finish. It's knocked out of bounds by Devin Carter.
Well, you take a look at Cam Jones here. He drives to the lane, and Iguodaro just jumps. He just throws it up. Croswell's got to get back to him a little quicker than that. Kind of hung around with Cam Jones too long and ended up in what we call no man's land.
That was a point of emphasis at shoot-around today. They did say, hey, listen, they do like to lob it to the big guy.
Yeah, in that case, Croswell wasn't guarding the guy off the screen, and he wasn't guarding the big guy either. He was kind of nowhere.
Here's Kolek to the basket, off the glass. He forced his way again to his left. 12 points for Kolek. 2019 Rhode Island Gatorade Player of the Year out of high school. Locke to Carter. Carter to his left for 3, no good. And I think there may have been a foul on the floor on Iguodaro. I think he may have pushed from behind. That's his second foul, first team foul. Moore checks in for Croswell. Hopkins against Prosper, and a foul on Prosper.
The thing I love about this kid is his ability to go off the dribble. I mean, that's a strong, explosive, jumping kid who can put the ball on the ground. And you know what? I had an assistant years ago when I was at Manhattan College named Ryan Ford, and he used to say, when you can handle dribbling the ball, if you're a good dribbler, it gives you power because you can go wherever you want. The one thing about basketball, you can't go anywhere with the ball unless you can bounce it.
Right.
And being able to bounce the ball in this game is critical. And this kid, for a big guy, can bounce it.
He needs one more rebound to have another double-double. He has 3 in his last 4 games. 2 of 5 from the free throw line, make it 3 of 6. I tell you what catches you when you watch him in person. Big guy, he's got the spin move down.
Oh, yeah. He's very light on his feet.
Iguodaro working against Moore. A little double team. They kick it out for Prosper, and Prosper's open for 3.
You know, that time Hopkins, he raised his hand because he knows he made a mistake. He didn't get his hand up on that. And Prosper can make that shot. There's no doubt about it. He's made that just 12th 3 of the year.
51-47. Hopkins trying to get through that defense to Bynum. It's a good matchup, I think, defense and offense. Stevie Mitchell on Bynum.
Mitchell is a really good defender.
And Bynum to the corner. 3-pointer short.
That's one Locke's got him. I mean, he had his feet set. That's usually an easy one for him.
Here's Kolek.
They took the left away and got a charge. Omax Prosper. He can put it on the ground, and he can make the J.
Influence on her in her game, too. All right, so here we go. Providence will inbound the basketball. 51-47. Marquette is on top. A little pressure by Marquette. Not the normal pressure that they put on. Just to kind of slow them up a little bit.
Yeah, and now Marquette in that zone again.
And Prosper's such a good defensive player that at the top of that zone, with his
tough.
length, is tough.
Oh, you know, they showed zone and went man-to-man. And they got Providence standing around a little bit. But a good job by Bynum attacking that off the dribble.
Yeah, Sean Jones called for the foul, so Bynum will go to the free throw line.
They showed the 1-2-2 zone, and then when a cutter went through, they all matched up and went man-to-man.
Coming out limping after falling to the floor. Jared Bynum started his collegiate career at St. Joseph's and then transferred up here to Providence. He still talks often to Phil Martelli, the former head coach at St. Joseph's, who's now the assistant at Michigan.
Yeah, Phil told me that when I was at, I saw Phil about a month ago.
And now the second shot. And a little too strong. Ball's tipped out, though, and Providence will get it back down 3. It's a pretty good tip out by Clifton Moore. Clifton Moore started at Indiana, where he played with Al Durham, then transferred to LaSalle. And then when he was looking for another place to play, when Fran Dunphy took over at LaSalle, Al Durham said, hey, you got to go to Providence. I loved it there. Shot clock is at 2. Carter will trigger the inbound. You got a 2-second play that you like here?
Say it again.
You got a 2-second play you like here?
Yeah,
maybe that's it right there.
Plenty of time. How about that?
Just as you had designed it.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And it's a 51-51 game. 13 for Bynum. He's found his stroke tonight. Iguodaro. And a foul on the floor.
Well, take a look at this inbounds play here. They do a good job of setting that screen for Bynum. Iguodaro really needed to give a little bit more help to his teammate who got caught on that.
Joplin open off the inbound, and there's the answer. That was a little too easy.
This guy's one of the best shooters they have.
Joplin now with 9 points.
He's pretty good sub. I mean, he's one of their leading scorers. He comes off the bench.
5 double-figure games this year. Again, the weave up top for Providence. Bynum wants that screen. He's got it. Step back three-pointer is good. He's feeling it now.
That's what he did last year every single game. It looks like he's back. He's certainly back tonight.
His body language looks like it's back, too. Iguodaro to Kolek for 3, and he's fouled. He's going to get 3 shots.
Oh. I mean, Bynum with the step back 3, and that was really good defense by Joplin that time. He stayed with him, but made a tough shot.
All right, so now Kolek goes to the free throw line. He'll get 3 after the foul on Clifton Moore. There's the first. 84% on the year. And now the second. Well, he looks like he's done this before.
He's a good player. A lot of good players in this game.
A lot of good players.
These are 2 good teams.
Yeah, fun teams to watch.
To me, these are 2 NCAA teams. I don't know what's going to happen the rest of the year, obviously, but...
Yeah, 2 fun teams, 2 really good coaches.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Third shot is good. So he makes all three. He's got 15. His cheering section behind the Marquette bench is signs posted up every time he makes the bucket.
You know, I've known Shaka for years. He looks like he's like 25.
He does look great. I told him once he let his hair grow, he looks younger. Here's Bynum, and it's cut off by Chase Ross.
I don't want Ed to get mad at me. Ed does not look like he's 25.
Joplin with a miss, but Iguodala's there with the cleanup, and a timeout called by Providence. 59-54 Marquette. 5-point lead. We'll take a timeout with everybody.
51%. I mean, nobody's turning the ball over. This is a pretty entertaining game. I know the coaches probably aren't real happy with the defense, but these guys are playing pretty good.
Yeah, 13 combined turnovers for the two teams. And here's Breed back in the game for Providence. So Bynum gets a breather. The two bigs are Hopkins and Clifton Moore for Providence. And Pierre to Moore. Carter, a little hesitation, gets to the basket, and he's going to get 2 free throws. Stevie Mitchell called for that foul. That's his second. And Carter to the free throw line.
And Cooley's having a clinic with Pat Driscoll over there on the other side. It's coach's clinic. Or referee's clinic, whichever way you want to look at it.
Just trying to advise him a little bit. Second free throw coming. They had 12 years here at Providence, 230 wins. A mile and a half from the high school that he went to.
And you know, coaches are good at giving referees clinics.
They sure are. At least they think they are. Here's Kolek. Now Joplin working against Hopkins. Nice crossover. And Hopkins recovers. Here's Kolek again. Kolek forcing his way in. How about that?
Now he went right, but he came back to the left again.
He's having himself a pretty nice game in his homecoming to the Providence area. His season high is 17. And he's hit that here tonight.
He's a lot bigger than you think. Good cut.
That is a great cut. Extra pass for Breed. It's good. That's the unselfishness right there.
And you know what? I've seen Hopkins make like 3 great back cuts in this game. So he moves well without the ball.
12:20 to play.
He knows how to play.
Yep.
There's one thing to have talent. What a
nice move by Iguodala. Baseline jam. That just looked really impressive. I mean, there were sneakers all over the court after that one.
He left Clifton Moore way behind.
Lead is back to 5 for Marquette.
Yeah, I mean, Providence got to get some stops. There's the double team on Hopkins. I like that.
Breed leaves it down low for Hopkins. And the answer on the jam.
They doubled Hopkins. He kicked it out. Oh, Ed Cooley's getting the fans.
Backdoor cut off by his own team.
Everybody's shooting well, so there aren't as many offensive rebounds to be had in this game like there normally are. And then protected pressure. Give Providence credit for doing that.
Hey, speaking of shooting well, Marquette comes in second in the Big East in shooting percentage at 49%. They're at near 56% tonight.
I mean, they're a very good offensive team. There's no doubt about it.
All right, Marquette with the basketball, 3-point lead.
I mean, when you average 81 playing the schedule they play, they can score.
Joplin forcing the action. Bank it home, and he's going to go to the free throw line.
Boy, this guy's a great sub.
Breed is called for the foul. That's his first.
I mean, he plays 19 minutes a game, and he averages 10 points. Strong, can shoot it. Good finish there.
That's 11 points tonight. Trying to collect himself. Too strong. Carter battling his teammate for that rebound. Hopkins gets the board, so that'll give him a double-double.
And now they get into their pressure on a missed free throw. Whoa. That's a good thing he called time. That clock's at 20. I mean, that should have been a 10.
Yeah, that was fast.
That should have been a 10-second violation.
Yep.
They're lucky.
Talking about the same thing that Steve Lapis was talking about, and so is Shaka Smart about the time on the shot clock. As you said, it should have been a 10-second violation.
The shot clock
Providence
says 20, and they were still in the backcourt when he called timeout. So, I mean, kind of makes sense, no?
I think Ed was talking about where the shot clock should be, but Shaka Smart was saying what you were saying. Now the shot clock is at 5. Breed launches for 3, no good. Ball tipped around, and a fresh 20 for Providence. Again, Hopkins double digits in rebounds. As Marquette forces the turnover. Here comes Joplin. High stepping his way to the basket, and a blocking foul is called.
Absolutely. That's a good
Carter.
call. That's a good call. I mean, you're going to see here, Carter's going to slide here at the last second. He avoided him. I didn't think that was a charge. It could have been a no call, to be honest with you.
All right, so Devin Carter called for the foul. Joplin to the free throw line. Rattles it home. Bynum checks in. Pierre will check out. Big night for Bynum. Big night for Joplin at the free throw line again. Second shot. It's good. And Prosper's going to check back in. He'll check in for Joplin. Big time minutes for Shaka Smart.
Absolutely. And here's that pressure again.
Yep. 7-point lead for Marquette. Largest it's had tonight.
And here, let's see, are they going to stay zone or are they going to go match up man-to-man? Right now, Providence has already used a lot of the shot clock, but that's what this defense makes you do.
Free throw line for Croswell. Back out for Bynum. Shot clock at 7. Little hop step to his left. No good. Rebound by Hopkins. And, boy, he was hit, too, as he went up and laid that in.
That's what Ed Cooley's saying. That should have been an and one.
67-62. And now Kolek resets the offense. Under 10 to play. Kolek for 3. It's good. Boy, he's wide open for that shot, and he made it count.
Oh, he's a good player.
He's got 20 points tonight. And Breed has it swatted away by Iguodaro.
You see Bryce Hopkins here on the offensive glass. They don't get a body on him on this. Kolek was no match for him physically under there. And then they go underneath the screen, and Kolek makes him pay.
Yeah, career high 20 points for Kolek. Breed to the corner. Carter looks at the shot clock. It's got time. He'll get it back. Right side of the lane, and he's fouled. The foul goes against Kolek, so 2 shots for Carter. It's the 3rd foul on Kolek. So Devin Carter's been feeling under the weather since the Seton Hall game. So what do you do when you feel under the weather here at Providence? You go to Ed Cooley's house, and he feeds you. Some bolognese.
Nuris to make him some good stuff at home.
That's
for sure.
Right. Some quesadillas. Carter was slow to get out on the floor today and shoot around. And we asked Ed Cooley, is he going to be able to play? Oh, he's going to play.
I spent a New Year's Eve in the Cooley home one year.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you get bolognese?
With my wife. It was great. Well, we had a lot of everything. But you know we had more than anything else?
Yeah.
New Year's Eve, what are you going to do?
Yeah, when in Rome, right?
You're going to imbibe.
Carter's second free throw is good. It's 70-64. 9:28 to play. He has 13 points. Now a little pressure. He had too many guys on the floor.
Now Providence throwing a little bit of pressure at Marquette.
Hopkins covered Jones. Joplin back in. Joplin against Bynum. Jones has got a size advantage. He lost control. Gets it back.
Still got plenty of time. 8 seconds.
Joplin, little bump, little space, no good. Air ball. The 11 rebounds now for Hopkins. Make it 12.
I think they got to try and get Hopkins more. And I agree with what Cooley was telling us before the game. Really doesn't shoot enough.
Into the paint, lost it.
Ed thought there was a foul there.
Yeah, what a move by Prosper. Behind the back dribble. Knocked out of bounds off Marquette. It'll be Providence basketball.
Really good defense in transition by Breed. He did a great job there.
Stevie Mitchell will check back in. Here's Bynum leading the point. He and Breed in the game at the same time. Locke's going to check back in for Providence. 10 on the shot clock. Tough spot for Bynum to give up his dribble, but he finds Croswell. And they're going to say it was a block when he went up. He'll get his own rebound. Whistle blows. And Cam Jones will be called for the foul. What? 3 on the shot clock.
Croswell was working hard in there.
He was. It's right there. That's a block.
Yep. Ball left his hands. I thought it was going to be a jump ball, but.
And there's the foul.
I don't know.
Well, Croswell will go to the line for a 1-and-1. Feathers that one in. 60% on the year. This kind of game makes everybody sweat. Even though there's ice underneath the rink here, or underneath the floor here. Second shot is good. 70-66. He has 10. Cam Jones for 3. And he banked it home.
Wow.
73-66.
Yeah, no way he was trying to do that. I mean,
it would have won any game of horse.
I can't believe as good a shooter is that he was missing that bad.
73-66. Lead back to 7. Breed directing traffic.
They're not getting into anything.
Breed, a little hesitation. Baseline. Castro lost control. And now the Golden Eagles running their offense.
Well, they got Bryce Hopkins.
Wow.
Oh, what a
How
move.
about that move? A little shake and bake on the elbow.
It's not a great defensive team that Providence has in. I got 3 big. Bryce Hopkins is playing the 3 now. He's not really a 3-man. He's a college 4.
Cam Jones now with 18 left.
I think he's in a. I think this is not a great defensive team for Providence.
7 minutes left to play in the second half. Largest lead for Marquette on the road here in Providence. Shot clock is at 3. Breed, runner, no good, and a foul on the floor.
Well, Cam Jones, the leading scorer on this team. Guys coming back who averaged 6 points a game, 7 points a game last year. You were going to say who's going to be the guy. Well, Iguodaro got improved. Prosper improved. Jones improved. Kolek improved.
Yeah.
They're all better.
I think you also mentioned something before about, program improvement, how important that is in this day and age in college basketball, because when guys see that individual improvement, it leads to team improvement. And a lot of times that keeps guys in school.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And, when you also have a system and a style, the way you do things all the time, it gives guys an opportunity to get better because they know what they're trying to get better for. They know what the program is trying to do all the time. They're consistent. So that helps, too.
Well, Breed makes that second free throw to make it a 7-point game. Providence's largest lead was 11.
They're going to let Iguodala go one-on-one on Croswell, who has shown tough. See that he put his hands on him. That's a foul.
He was doing a good job. Got him high, but then got the hands on. That's his third foul.
And that was done. Shaka Smart set that up. He wanted to clear it out the side for Iguodala to go on Croswell.
So that'll send Oso to the free throw line.
I'm a little surprised that Providence didn't throw any zone at them tonight at all.
Well, it's only a 7-point game. They could still do it.
Oh, no, they definitely still could.
Yeah.
Especially if Shaka starts to try to take advantage of certain matchups. Because let's face it, I mean, Providence has not been able to guard these guys.
No.
They've got 76 with 6 minutes to go.
First miss of the night for Iguodala for the free throw line. He's 3 of 4.
I mean, they can get 90 for sure.
Yeah, averaging 81.5 points per game overall. Bynum tries to speed his way to the basket. Mitchell at the block. But it remains Providence basketball. Stevie Mitchell, if you ever watch a Marquette practice, I mean, the guy is all over the place and always has a smile on his face.
You know, he knows his role. That's the other thing about having a good program. Guys know their roles. He knows what he is, a defender. That's what he does. He gets deflections.
Bynum for 3, in and out. Iguodala with the rebound. In fact, the Marquette fans know this, but Mitchell had his first ever collegiate slam dunk in his last ball game.
I saw that. And now Iguodala is playing point guard. That time they made him pay for it. Croswell did a good job of blindsiding him when he turned his back.
6 minutes to play. Marquette trying to get a big win on the road. Croswell and Providence trying to get to the scoreboard as the ball gets knocked out of bounds. It'll remain Providence basketball. Here's Hopkins, little help defense by Marquette. How about that shot? That was a tough one.
Yeah, that's, you know, but that's how strong he is that he was able to make that like a shot.
76-68. Kolic's had a big night. Kolic's spin move. That was a tough pass.
Great job by Croswell that time. You know, we were talking about them trying to take advantage of him. Doesn't move his feet great in the perimeter. Well, he did a good job that time on Kolic.
That's 8 turnovers now for Marquette. Not too bad.
No, they only average about 12 a game. So, I mean, they are a team that does not turn it over, and neither does Providence.
Carter to Bynum. Back to Carter. And Carter going right to the rack and doesn't get the torque off the side of the rim.
Yeah, I mean, he went and took it at Iguodala. That's not the guy you want to take it at.
Could they have taken one of these threes?
I think they definitely could have.
Yeah. And now the game's calmed down a little bit scoring-wise. A couple open possessions.
Interesting, they have Kolic off the ball now.
Here's Jones working against Bynum. Jones going down to the left block, can't get it to go. Ball is tipped around. And now Bynum leads the break. Bynum, left side of the lane. And now he'll reset the offense. Hopkins explodes against Jones, and he's fouled.
They cleared the side. Ed Cooley called that from the sideline. He said, Bryce Hopkins, you come here, and everybody get out of the way. And that's what they did.
Second foul on Jones.
You see here, look at the sides, all clear. It's just him and Cam Jones. He gets to the free throw line.
I thought there might have been a goaltending there, but that ball was not going into the basket. All right, so he's back to the line. He gets 2 shots.
He's got to make that.
He'll get a second shot. He's got 17 points and 14 rebounds. You know what we would say if that happened when we were growing up?
What?
Good practice rebound, guys. second shot.
Well, you didn't listen to the referees when they said 2 shots?
No, I would be on the end of saying the good practice rebound, boys. 76-69.
Oh, you were a play-by-play guy then, too, huh?
Exactly. I wasn't much of a scorer. There's Kolek now back running the point. Kolek kicks it up top. Mitchell for 3. No good. And there's a rebound for the Friars. Leading the break. Carter. Touch pass to Hopkins. And he's fouled going up. That might have raised the roof a little bit.
Yeah, oh, that was a nice pass. It was a good foul, too, by the way.
3:48 to play. We got some free throws and a tight game when we get back. Rattles at home.
I mean, I personally don't think Marquette has somebody who can guard this guy. If you throw it to him on the wing, he's so good with the ball and he's so strong. He's going to get to the lane. He's going to get to the line.
Double-double in 4 of his last 5 games, counting tonight. He makes that one.
And now the pressure.
Kolek and Jones break it with relative ease.
Yeah, it wasn't really a press to steal the ball as much as to slow you down, take away some time on your offensive possession.
There's Joplin back off the bench. He and Prosper. They're looking for Jones up top. Shot clock is at 5. Jones way downtown. No good. It deadened off the back of the iron and didn't fall in.
I mean, that wasn't a good set. They held the ball there too long. I think you got to keep playing offense up 5 with 3 minutes to go.
Bynum and Breed working the backcourt. They've got Carter as well. And here's Hopkins, covered by Joplin. Hopkins has it knocked away by Joplin. It'll be a jump ball, and the possession stays with Providence with 10 on the shot clock.
A lot of physicality on that play, but good defense by Joplin, who's also a physical kid.
Yeah, Ed Cooley said that today, that he felt like this needed to be a physical game.
It's been pretty physical.
Breed just couldn't catch and get his feet set. Croswell inside. Carter for 3, and it's good.
That's what you call a timely shot.
He has 16 points. Marquette has 0 points in the last 4 minutes. And we got a ball game. Joplin. Yeah.
Height advantage.
Traveling violation. So much for feeling under the weather, Devin Carter.
Yeah, I mean, Devin Carter knocks out a huge shot here. Joplin did a good job getting a hand up. He's got to be careful, though, when he says something to Joplin.
Yeah,
right here.
Pat Driscoll saw it at the end. He kind of let it go.
Yeah, you got to be careful because you don't want to do anything crazy in this situation.
(76-74). Here's Croswell. Lays it in, and a blocking foul. He's going to go to the free throw line. Three fouls on Prosper.
Boy, that was close.
That was close.
That was close. No, he turned his shoulder. That's a good call. Prosper turned his shoulder at the last second. You got to take it in the chest. Good call.
We are tied up at 76. Marquette had a 75-66 lead at one point. Croswell to give Providence the lead.
Providence has played good defense, and they've gotten it into their big guys.
Kolek has it knocked away. Hopkins. Kolek thought he was fouled on that. 2 minutes to play.
Marquette losing their poise a little bit.
We mentioned before the last break how they've been kind of calm this whole second half. Not so much anymore.
Not in the last 3 minutes.
Cardinals kind of taken over a lot of this game, too. It's an 11-1 run.
This is the guy.
Hopkins against Kolek. Feeds it down low, and it's knocked to the baseline. Saved by Kolek. Well, that's the 12th turnover for the Friars.
Marquette needs a good possession. They haven't had a lot of them lately.
Here's Jones to the corner. Kolek lost it out of bounds. He just lost it. Slipped right out of his hands.
Shaka not happy, obviously.
No.
He thought Jones was bumped. Just got to play solid defense.
Last 6 minutes, it's an 11-1 run for Providence.
Look, they're going to this guy every time.
Iguodaro is going to get called for that foul. That'll send Croswell back to the free throw line with 1:03 to play.
Still 1-1 for Providence.
Croswell 60% for the free throw line. Started his career at LaSalle. Started to emerge under Ashley Howard. But really emerging here at Providence these last few years, last couple of years.
Good guy off the bench last year, and this year came into his own as a starter.
This is the first one, now the second one. And he gets the friendly roll off the rim. 14 points for Croswell. Under a minute to play.
They haven't gotten a shot in a while.
No. Prosper double teamed up top. Here's Joplin. Joplin going right to the rack off the glass. What a bucket that was. 78-78. He has 15 off the bench and a timeout called by Providence. Well, you like Big East basketball? We got a good Big East game going on here. I mean, this is game 2 of the conference.
Got to get a stop. They got to deal. They got to figure out what they want to do with Bryce Hopkins if he gets the ball on the wing, because there's a good chance Ed Cooley's going to isolate him on a wing and tell him to go and at least get fouled.
All right, so Bynum asks for Carter to come in. He'll get it back to him.
Zone for Marquette.
Which gave Providence trouble in the first half.
Is it going to turn it? I don't like this. I don't like what Providence is doing now. I think they should be attacking because Marquette's getting the last shot anyway.
Here's Breed.
Now they're going to leave themselves a few seconds to shoot a flyer. I don't like it.
Shot clock is at 5. Bynum, he'll let it go. Bynum short. Rebound loose. Tipped around. Bynum gets it back. 7 seconds left. Bynum in the paint. Tries to slip it to Hopkins. Out of bounds. It'll be Marquette basketball.
Yeah, I did not like that. I didn't like what Providence did there. Why hold the ball? An offensive rebound because guys are all over the place. You get fouled. I mean, all kinds of things could happen.
All right, so Kolek will trigger the inbound. A little stack on the near side for Marquette. Prosper's going to set a screen, it looks like. Nope. They'll get it into Jones. Sean Jones. Behind the back dribble. He'll let it go. Top of the key. No good. And we are going to overtime here in Providence. End of regulation. Overtime.
Remarked in that last play, I mean, you would not expect Sean Jones to be the guy for Marquette to bring the ball up and take that last shot. You know, was a little surprised by that.
All right, overtime is underway, and Providence controls the tip. Whistle blows, and the foul called on the baseline. We'll get 2 free throws. That'll be Kolek, who's called for that foul. And you're going to send Devin Carter to the free throw line. He's a really good free throw shooter. His dad, an assistant coach with the Miami Heat, said that Coach Cooley recruited me harder than I've ever been recruited when he was looking to transfer. Frank Martin Lost the South Carolina job, went to UMass where he is now. And now the second free throw. No good. Too hard off the back of the iron. And now Kolek. Iguodaro. He was thinking about a backdoor pass to Joplin. Instead, Jones for three. No good off the side of the rim. And the rebound is taken out by Bynum. 5 on 4.
Why by himself?
Yeah, Carter all by himself. That may have been goaltending.
Yeah, they called it good.
So they will count the bucket. It's 81-78.
I mean, Iguodaro did a pretty good job trying to recover here.
And now Jones sneaking around along the perimeter. Kolek off the screen, bumped a little bit. We lost control again. Another pickup by Providence. Carter leaves it for Croswell, and he is fouled going up. That's a good foul by Joplin.
Kolek has made a couple mistakes here in the last few minutes.
Yeah, a little loose with the hands.
Yeah.
So Croswell back to the free throw line. Four of 5 so far in the game. 4 of 6. Again, this is a big one here to make it a 2-possession game. I know we're early in OT, but 14 points. There you go, 15. Cam Jones explodes. Finger roll. What a beautiful play.
Way too easy, though.
Yes.
I mean, you just come down the left side of the floor and go to the basket.
Now, he's who I thought was going to get the ball at the end of regulation.
Yeah, you know, he's one of the best players in the league. Yeah, that execution at the end of regulation wasn't great for either team.
Bynum off the high screen. He's looking in at Croswell. He's got him. Croswell with his left hand lays it in.
He's tough, too. He knows who he is, and he knows what to do.
17 points.
He uses that big body.
Joplin, little shake and bake. He's fouled by Breed on the floor. That'll be the 8th team foul for Providence. And a 1-on-1 opportunity. Joplin 91% on the year from the free throw line. One and one. In and out.
91%. Woo.
I didn't say that he had been perfect. So I didn't jinx anything. 84-80. Providence with a 4-point lead. Back to the zone for Marquette.
And they've stated it. They didn't go man-to-man. And Providence standing around a lot. Every time they've gone to this.
Bynum shot clock is at 3. Bynum to Carter. Reverse layup, no good. Croswell there for the cleanup. I think they're going to look at this to make sure that it was not a violation. Yeah, it's going to be rocking.
He's on fire.
Again, you're going to get a chance to find out more about Ed Cooley after this ball game on home court. Clark Kellogg did a wonderful piece with him. First, though, we got 2:45 to play here. And Marquette needs a bucket. They didn't need that.
They have their half-court offense the last 7 minutes has been non-existent. Give Providence credit.
Yes.
They have picked it up on defense like they hadn't the whole game.
12 turnovers for Marquette. You said they averaged 12 a game. How about that? Hopkins with a slip on the pass from Breed. And a timeout called by Shaka Smart. All of a sudden, it's an 8-point game. 88-8. And Ed Cooley stayed with this 5 for a while now.
Well, this is certainly his best defensive 5.
Yes.
Noah is a good shooter, Noah Locke, but he doesn't guard like Allen Breed.
Jones, separation. Joplin, he may have picked up his pivot foot there. Shot clock is at 10. Joplin lets it fly in and out. It's tipped back out, a fresh 20. And now Kolek hasn't gotten going for most of the second half in overtime. Joplin again just firing, and he misfired again, and whistle blows, and Carter is going to be called for the foul. Third foul on Carter.
Give Marquette credit. I mean, they were working the offensive glass there.
Well, it'll send Kolek to the free throw line. He has 20 points. He's 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Little guy's going to mop up the sweat on the floor. He's working overtime, working the baseline. Right into the 1-on-1 for Kolek. He'll get a second shot. He's 21 points. .144 to play. In and out. First miss. Hopkins with another rebound. That's 18 for the game.
Now the pressure after the missed free throw.
Kolek nearly stole it. He did steal it. Good hands. Looking to see who's around. Reverses his layup. Count the bucket.
And you know what? Kolek, that was a really smart play because he was looking to get fouled there. He looked at Carter, and that's why he came to the other side. You'll see it. He makes a really nice steal here. Now watch what he does. He looks for him. He knew he was going to get fouled and make that shot.
Part of it, too, is he was going to a strong hand as well.
Yeah, but see how he waits for? He kind of waited for him and knew that the only way that Carter could get to him was to foul him.
All right, so Kolek will go back to the free throw line.
Big turnover.
Yeah, he has 23 points. There's still plenty of time left in the game.
Oh, yeah.
He missed his second straight free throw. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Marquette basketball.
I think it is. They're going to look at it, I'm sure. But I do think that's Marquette's ball.
All right, they're going to bring Cam Jones back in and Joplin back in. Marquette will inbound the basketball under its basket. Don't sleep on Prosper either from a three-point shot, if need be.
No.
They're setting the screen for Joplin. Nothing's open, so they go to the tallest player, Iguodaro.
Providence's half-court defense is way different.
Here's Kolek, reverse layup, sweeps in and lays it in.
You know, the switch can hurt you sometimes. Croswell switches on Kolek, and Kolek has taken advantage of that a few times in this game.
25 points for Kolek.
Zone well at all, so they're coming out with the 1-2-2-3 quarter, which they use a lot in this game. I don't know, you fall back in the zone, you worry about getting a rebound when you play zone too, you know, so let's see what they fall back to from this.
Oh, he gave up his dribble probably a little too short. Bynum has it stolen away by Kolek again. Going to the basket, lays it in. It's going to be a goaltending. Hopkins called for the goaltending. It's 88-87.
The pressure all of a sudden, and you're right, Tom. Hopkins gave up his dribble at a bad spot.
27 for Kolek.
And they just had an 8-point lead.
Yep. 7 straight points for Kolek. We're under a minute here in overtime.
Zone. You got to get some movement going. Only 12 seconds. Look what that pressure does.
Yeah.
They only have 10 seconds on the shot clock now to work against this zone.
Carter to Breed. 5 on the shot clock. Breed to Bynum. Bynum 2 on the shot clock. Launches, and it's too strong. It's a violation, and now 32.6. It's a 1-point game.
Give Shaka credit going to that zone. Providence has not attacked it well. They've been standing around a lot.
Here's that goaltending on the last possession for Marquette.
Yeah, I think the ball was on the backboard.
Yep. All right, so.
And they could have looked at it if they wanted to.
You going to wind it all the way down here?
No,
down one?
No, you got to go. You want to get the first good. You want this time to last a while. You definitely don't want to hold one. You want to get something quick. You're
Kolek.
down.
Here's Jones, open for three.
That's a good one.
No shot. It's no good. Loose ball. Rebound by Hopkins. And he's fouled from behind. They're going to call it on Prosper.
Bryce Hopkins. Woo. He just, and the thing is, he could jump so quickly so many times.
That should be 20 rebounds. We're waiting for the official score to pop it in.
And you know, Cam Jones you're not going to get a better shot than that from your, like your best player, one of your best, even though he hasn't played like it tonight. That was a good shot.
First free throw, no good. Again, even if he had made both, it was still a one-possession game. But now, if he makes this one, it's only a two-point game.
And now what you have to do is, if you're Marquette, you got to work quickly to get a good shot. You want this, you're down. You want this 18 seconds to take as long as you can. You got to get a good shot.
Second shot.
And obviously, if you're down two, get something going to the basket and get to the free throw line.
Second shot is good. Marquette has a timeout. Providence does also. Here's Kolek. He's erupted recently. Career high in points tonight. Doesn't take the screen. Fadeaway jumper. It's good! Marquette takes the lead with 5.8 to play.
What a play by Kolek.
Excuse me, Marquette ties it with 5.8 to play. Look at 29 points for Kolek. And a lot of those points have come here in this overtime.
Like I said, he made a couple of big mistakes.
Yes, he did.
At the end of regulation and the start overtime, but boy, he's been terrific.
All right, so here we go. 5.8 to play.
See, they got him on the run. That's good.
Breed gets control. Breed snakes up the floor, leaves it for Carter. Carter goes in. No good. We're going to double overtime.
He had a layup.
Woo. Wow. Or excuse me, has 3 for Marquette. Mitchell has 4. Kolek has 4. And Prosper has 4. Meanwhile, Devin Carter has 4 for Providence.
You got to give Marquette credit. It was 88-80.
Yes.
And you know what happened? They got like 3 offensive rebounds on a missed shot, got scored, and that was the difference.
Bit of a blocking foul called, I believe, on Prosper. So we mentioned that he had 4 personal fouls. That's going to be it for him. Yes, so Prosper is going to foul out of this game. So that's it for him. That's a big miss. 8 points tonight, 5 rebounds. Now they're going to bring in Chase Ross, the freshman. So they get a little smaller, too.
Yeah.
And now Carter goes back to the free throw line. 19 points, 7 of 2 from the line. 7 of 10 from the line. First shot. It's good.
I mean, he didn't even realize he had a flat-out layup.
Yeah.
He kind of probably thought he wasn't going to get it up in time, and he rushed it a little bit instead of just gathering himself.
Made one, missed one.
Free throw shooting has hurt Providence.
Here comes Kolek to Joplin. Got his feet set. He may have moved a little bit. Off the glass. That one's good. Well, that's a good read right there.
Well, he gave the shot fake. Obviously, when you run at a really good shooter, sometimes you're going to come out a little too hard.
22 points for Cam Jones. 4.5 to play in the second overtime.
I know there's something about this building. Last year I was here for Villanova Providence. It was triple overtime.
That's right. Bynum trying to get some separation. Ooh, how about that pass?
Great pass.
Yeah, Croswell not able to finish the first time or the second time.
And I was going to say that's a great finish with the left hand. It just didn't go in. That was halfway down.
Yeah, twirled around the rim a couple times. Marquette up by 1. Kolek assessing right now. Jones for three, no good. And Bynum saves it on the baseline. Cam Jones had a good look. There was a hand coming in late.
Yeah, 3 for 10 from 3 for him tonight. Here's that zone that they have not done a good job attacking.
All right, Hopkins is going to switch places with Breed. They got the two bigs at the free throw line. That's a tough pass.
Yeah, he forced that.
Yeah.
Got lucky, he got it back.
Breed for three. Had a hand in his face. Hopkins is fouled going up. If that's against Kolek, I believe that's number 5 on Kolek.
Wow.
Fans are going to let him hear it. So Stevie Mitchell will check in for it. All right, Hopkins to the free throw line for 2. He's 7 of 12. Of 13, and we're tied at 91. Hopkins out of Oak Park, Illinois. Started at Kentucky. Second free throw, it's good. He's got a career high now. 92-91. Jones looks for a screen.
Yeah, no Kolek, so Cam Jones handling the ball.
Iguodaro back to Jones. 3 minutes to play. Here's Jones in the paint. Jones sweeps off the glass. Count the bucket. Oh, man.
Oh.
I guess he can run the point, but also can run to the rim, too.
Boy, he threw this up so high on the backboard.
But so confidently.
Yeah. It's like a great pool player, the spin he put on this thing for it to go in the basket. That was not a foul, by the way.
That was just Olay defense more than anything else.
Yeah, that was not a foul. He got bumped initially, but on the shot, it was not a foul.
Well, he missed the free throw. Breed comes out of the air with the rebound, and he is fouled. They're going to get Ross on that one. Shaka Smart wanted a jump ball. I think from his angle he thought that, but it really didn't look like Ross had his hand on the basketball.
No.
All right, so to the free throw line goes Breed. Four for 4 from the line tonight. This will be the 40th free throw for the Friars, and they missed that one.
And they haven't shot him well.
No, they have not. 27 of 40 from the free throw line. Yeah, that's what you think it makes the fans feel that way? Think about the coaches and the acid buildup with those missed shots.
They're number 25 in the nation, making 17 a game. So this is something that they do. They get to the free throw line.
Well, they made the second one. So we're tied up at 93.
Tell you, one of these, somebody's going to be really happy at the end of this game, I can tell you. Somebody's going to be very upset.
There's Jones along the baseline working against Hopkins. May have been pushed from behind. Jones gets his bearings, has it blocked away out of bounds.
There was a whole lot going on.
There really was a whole lot going on there, wasn't there?
Going on.
I mean, he may have been bumped a couple times. Did a little Marcus Haynes with his dribbling skills.
And he was lucky to keep it.
Yeah. Shot clock 15. Here's Joplin. Joplin working against Hopkins. Shot clock is under 10. They let him play. Joplin for 3. Yes!
Iguodaro may have traveled. The whole building thought he traveled.
Yeah. 96-93. Marquette has the lead.
And the zone.
By the way, 18 for Joplin off the bench.
The one thing about this zone, they haven't rebounded well out of it.
Breed for 3, and the answer. (96-96). Jones, free path, can't finish. Hopkins with the rebound. And now Carter running the floor, leaves it for Hopkins, and they're going to call a foul on Mitchell. Yeah, he may have traveled, you're right.
Oh, he travels.
Joplin got his feet set.
And Alan Breed, who Coach Cooley raved about him to us.
Well, Hopkins will go back to the free throw line. He's had a whale of a night. Career high 25 points, a career high 21 rebounds. But he has missed 5 free throws tonight. 9 of 14. First of 2. And gets one more here to give Providence a 2-point lead.
I tell you, these 5 guys from Providence, they're going to be tired. They've been playing a long time.
They have.
Not that the Marquette kids aren't going to be tired. They've given everything they had. These kids have been playing their heads off in this game.
Second shot is good. 98-96. Iguodaro playing catch with Stevie Mitchell. Jones. Back to Iguodaro. Croswell. And oh, wow, what a reverse on that one. And we're even again at 98. 15 points for Iguodaro.
All right, this time they got out of the zone. They were struggling to rebound out of that thing.
Croswell hands it off to Bynum. 3 from the corner, off the side of the rim. Hopkins gets his own rebound. In the paint through a double team. He's going to go to the free throw line.
Gets fouled every time.
Yeah. Let's go back to Iguodaro. 6'9", 205 pounds. Watch him move.
One of the most improved. That was a good crossover, too. He got fouled a couple of times before that happened, by the way.
4 fouls on Iguodaro as Hopkins goes back to the line. 27 points, 22 rebounds, 28 points. Do you think you see a 100-point game tonight?
Yeah. You know, I certainly didn't think so.
Second shot. Boy, you talk about feeding the rim. 100-98 in double overtime. Joplin for 3 and the lead, no good.
But now you want to use as much of this clock as you can.
Yes.
You've got a 2-point lead. Now you want to milk it down.
And you got a timeout just so they're aware.
And then give it to this guy and get out of his way. Not yet.
Yeah, awkward handoff to Breed. Bounce passes, kicks.
Bad. Ooh, you got lucky there.
Yeah, he did.
Those one-handed passes drive me nuts.
27.2 to play.
That
20
was
seconds on
that
the
was
shot
a
clock.
huge reset on the shot clock.
Yeah, because they get 2 big losses for them.
Well, how about Bryce Hopkins, who's played like 48 minutes in this game?
All right, Hopkins is being covered by Joplin. The inbounds.
Got plenty of time.
Yep, goes to
no
Carter.
Rush. Just let's see what they set up here when this thing gets down to 5.
Going to trap a little bit. And the ball knocked out of bounds. It remains Providence basketball.
You know, I like it. I like what Shaka did there, looking the trap all over. I think, now here's the thing, Tom. When you get trapped, now you got to be a little more aggressive. Look, that 12 on the shot clock, there's no tenths.
Right.
So this could be 12.6.
Right.
We don't know. You know what I mean? It could be 12.6, it could be 12.5.
All right, so they've said the clock is right. Yeah, they're going to keep it.
Right.
Carter will inbound to Croswell. And a foul is called as they tried to double team the basketball. That foul is going to go against Chase Ross. So they'll send Croswell to the free throw line.
not the worst thing in the world, you know, because they were trapping everywhere and they ended up fouling, but they ended up fouling a guy who was struggled from the free throw line.
Yeah. Croswell 60% on the year, but tonight he's 5 of 7. Oh man, home cooking. 6 of 8. That's a big one. This one's even bigger right here.
This one's really big. And the truth is, Marquette has enough time. Obviously, if you can get a good 3, you take it. But they've got enough time to make a 2 and foul somebody and try again to see if they miss.
Big 20 points tonight. Big trips from the line, too. Missed the second one. Rebound. Hopkins has got it. And Hopkins out to bottom. Now they got a foul.
You got a foul.
And they finally realize that that's Joplin who's going to be called for that foul, and that's going to be number 5 on him. I believe the Providence faithful can kind of feel it right now.
Not yet.
They got 10.6 to play, and I think that's what Carter's actually telling Hopkins at this point. All right, so Joplin's going to foul off. That's 3 guys who have fouled out for Marquette.
I mean, he's got to make 1.
All right, so Breed to the line.
If he makes this one, I would call timeout. Got 1 timeout left to set up your defense and let everybody know what the situation is. We're up 4.
Breed 5 of 6. Make it 6 of 7. 102-98. And now the second shot. Not much Shaka Smart could do here.
Well, they got to push this thing up the floor, get a quick deuce, or obviously a 3 if they can get it, and then call timeout.
Made the second one. 5-point game. And the inbounds is stolen by Carter. 9 seconds left. He'll just dribble it out. That's going to do it. Providence will celebrate win number 2 in the Big East. 103-98 in double overtime over Marquette. What a ball game.